Hey everyone, my name is Chloe and today I'm here to talk about my May anticipated releases. So this has become like one of my favorite videos to film each month because there's just so much great stuff coming out. And this month especially, I know I missed things, but there is a ton. Like here in the spring and summer, there's so much coming out and I'm so excited about all of it. I like do these, look these up and then just want to read all day and I can't. But I'm just going to share some of the titles that I'm excited for. Like I said, I know I missed them, but let's get into it. So the first one is on May 1st, When the Rain Ends by Mary Ellen Taylor. And this is about a mother and daughter. The dad dies, I think, and so the mother and daughter go to like their home in the Outer Banks. They sell their home, I think, in the Outer Banks, and they move inland to like a farm. And I think it's like a literal and metaphorical storm as like the teenage daughter kind of starts to rebel. And I don't know. It sounds good. I love mother-daughter stories. And this one sounds interesting, like going from the Outer Banks to a farm, what dynamics that makes. And if there's some resistance to that. And like, is it a literal storm, metaphorical? I mean, how does it all work? It sounds really interesting to me. Also on May 1st is Worlds Apart by Jane Crittenden. And this says, can a first love survive 18 years, 11,000 miles, and a lifetime of misunderstanding? So when they were teenagers, they were together. She got pregnant and her parents moved to New Zealand. And now it's many years later and they are back together. And what's going to happen? We'll have to see. And then on May 2nd, which I'm not sure which day is a Tuesday. These dates all can change. And these are the dates at the last time I looked. But May 2nd is Live, Learn, and Love Well. Lessons from a Life of Progress, Not Perfection by Emma Lovewell. So you guys know that I read a couple of Peloton instructor memoirs, somewhat recently, but I read a book called Shut Up and Run by Robin Arzón and Speak by Tunde, and loved both of them. And Emma Lovewell is another of my favorite Peloton instructors, and this book is by her. So Lessons from a Life of Progress, Not Perfection. I don't know. I just love nonfiction, and I love Emma. Like, I love her, just her attitude and stuff, so I have a feeling I'll love this book. Next is Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. So I feel like you'd have to be living under a rock to not know who Carly Fortune is. But she had a book that I loved. And so now this is, I think, her second book, maybe. And this is about a couple who had 24 hours together like 9 years ago. And now he like comes into her life and her life was kind of a mess, and he kind of has his own secrets and his life is less of a mess, but whatever. They're reunited after 9 years and I love that. I don't know if it's a first love or just a one night stand or what happened to that 24 hours. I really hope we get to see both that 24 hours like as it happened and not just be told about it, but we'll see. I trust Carly Fortune to do it well. Next is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I don't really care what this is about because I really love Sarah Adams. I think she does like clean, cute romances. But this one is also, it has a main character named Annie, and one of my daughters is named Annie. Another one of my daughters is sitting here squealing. If you can hear her, she is 8 months old. This is about a flower shop owner and a bad boy. I think it's like friends to lovers, maybe some fake dating. Like I said, I trust Sarah Adams, and I think it'll probably be a cute rom-com. Next is Jana Goes Wild by Farah Heron. And this one is something I just think sounds funny. Like, it has the potential to be like the perfect kind of rom-com disaster. It's about a woman who's like trying to shed her perfect image, and it's at a destination wedding in the Serengeti National Park. And she had a baby like from a one-night stand, and now the baby daddy is there. I don't know how old the kid is or anything, but like I said, it just sounds like a book of hijinks. This one may be steamier than I'm anticipating, and if so, that's not going to be great. But the setting is something I've never read before, and so it sounds fun. Next is The Darlings by Hannah McKinnon. So this is about the Darling family. They all go to Cape Cod, and it's 3 generations of women and all their different secrets. And I love books like that, mother, daughter, granddaughter. It's just going to be a good book, I think. Cape Cod in the summer. Can't really complain. Next is Magpie by Elizabeth Day. Elizabeth Day. So this has like a mobile on the cover, which you will be seeing in this picture, and that is like a buzzword cover for me. Like, if there's a thriller that hints at like missing kids, for some reason that is like something I love, despite the fact that I have 3 small children and it like breeds a ton of paranoia in me. But this one is about a couple who is going through infertility, and so they invite like a roommate in to help make some money to cover some of the treatments. And I think the roommate is not who she seems to be. Sounds sinister. Next is May 9th, the making of another major motion picture masterpiece by Tom Hanks. So again, I don't really care what this is about. Tom Hanks is my all-time favorite love. I just love him so dang much. In fact, our dog that passed away a couple years ago, his name was Hanks, because I love Tom Hanks. And so I think this is about, like, it's a 1947, a guy returns from war, and then there's a timeline in the 70s, and then there's a present timeline, and I think somebody is making a movie about all of that. And so I don't know, because I think he disappeared after 1970 or something. I don't know. Again, I'm interested. I know Common Sense or whatever, the typewriter one by Tom Hanks. I didn't read it because it got such terrible reviews, so I'm kind of nervous, but excited too. Next is Summer Reading by Jen McKinley. So this is 2 bookish people on Martha's Vineyard. She's a chef, and she's like chaperoning her like teenage brother or something. And he is the guy coming to Martha's Vineyard to try to find his dad, who he's never known. I think there's some dyslexia rep, a lot of bookishness. It sounds good. Again, this is another one that the steam factor might be a little higher than I'm interested in, but we'll see. Next is True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. So I want to know from you guys, if you know, I know this follows a character from the Soulmate Equation. Do you need to read the Soulmate Equation first? I don't know. It's about a romance author who has never been in love, and then this like documentary maker, and he is being asked to make a documentary or to make a reality show called The True Love Experiment, and he wants the romance author to be like one of the people on the show to try to help her find love. I'm sure it's going to be romance between the 2 of them. Sounds cute, sounds fun. I trust Christina Lauren pretty well. They've had some duds, but do I need to read the Soulmate Equation first? Do you guys know? I don't know. Next is Between Two Strangers by Kate White. So this is about a woman who gets an inheritance from a man that at first she's like, I have no idea who that is. And then she like, it jogs her memory. It's a guy she had a one-night stand with like 10 years ago, and he for some reason left her everything. And so his widow is obviously not happy, and his family is kind of unhappy. And I don't know why he left her the money, but I think it can also put her in danger. And so I don't know who the threat is, but it sounds interesting. Next is May 23rd, The Senator's Wife by Liv Constantine. So this is about a like DC philanthropist and a senator. They both lost their spouses, and I think they maybe knew each other during that time. And so now they bonded, and then now they are married. And she has lupus, and so she has to have a hip surgery, and I think her health is just kind of declining. And so they hire a home health aide, and that home health aide is got some suspicious intentions, I think. Next is On Fire Island by Jane L. Ronson. So this one was blurbed by both Carly Fortune and Ellen Hildebrand. And I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but I think this woman dies at like age 37, completely unexpectedly. And so she decides to spend the summer, I guess, like as a ghost maybe, at their house on Fire Island. And so she follows like her husband, her teenage kids, and her friends, and kind of sees what life is like for them now that she's gone. I think I'm really intrigued. Next is Summer on Sunshine Bay by Debbie Mason, and this is another romance / women's fiction that I don't know a whole lot about, but it's a mother and daughter who are reuniting after time apart for some reason. The daughter is newly engaged to a guy that her mom has never met, and there's some family business stuff. So multi-generation, family business in trouble I think on Cape Cod or somewhere, or Sunshine Bay, obviously on Sunshine Bay. Sounds summery, sounds cute. I'm excited. Next is The Chateau by Jacqueline Goldis. So I have read another book by her and liked it. And this one is about a group of girls, women, who go to a chateau in France. It's one of their grandmothers, the chateau, and then grandma winds up dead and what happened. So sounds interesting. Hopefully good and good French setting. Next is May 25th, The Doctor by Annie Payne. This is about a lady doctor who moves into a new town wanting to get a fresh start, and the hospital she starts working at has a lot of secrets. And so we'll see what that's about. Next is on May 30th, Beware the Woman by Megan Abbott. So I had to look this up multiple times. Beware the Woman is the title. So this is about a pregnant woman and her husband. They go to visit his dad in the woods. He lives somewhere in the woods. She has some sort of health issue that happens that leaves her kind of stranded, and she doesn't know if it's cabin fever, paranoia, or if something bad is actually going on, and she feels trapped. And it sounds like the atmosphere has potential to be really good in this one. Next is A Good Family by Matt Goldman. So this is a marriage in trouble. I think it's a thriller about a marriage who is in trouble. The husband's acting kind of weird. And then their mutual college friend comes and asks for a place to stay. And so he does. And then the husband starts acting even weirder. And so what's going on? Is there something bad happening? I don't know. Next is The New Mother by Nora Murphy. And so this is about an exhausted mom. She has a colicky baby. We've all been there, the hard stages of newborn days. She gets her neighbor to help her, and her neighbor has an ulterior motive, and I don't know what it is. Next is Drowning by T.J. Newman. So I read Falling by him, I think. Her. I'm not sure what T.J. Newman, them. I read Falling by them, and this one is about a plane that crashes into the bottom of an ocean or something, and there are 12 people trapped inside. My nightmare. My nightmare. And the atmosphere in Falling, I felt was really, really good. It would be a really good movie. And so I think this one will be good too. It says there's a lot of some things, but not enough air or I don't know, something like that. That stressed me out just reading it. But as long as we're not going to be flying for a while, I'm going to read it. You guys, I don't know how well that's picking up, but we've never had quite a louder child. You can tell she's the third child, and she just loves her own voice. But a few more. Next is The Vanishing Hour by Serafina Nova Glass. And this is about a woman who was kidnapped at one point. And so now she just wants to keep to herself. She runs an inn. She's I have no business getting in other people's business, until other girls start to go missing. And it kind of looks like the same situation she was in. And so she's torn between trying to help and trying to just keep to herself. And sounds stressful. Next is Keep Her Secret by Mark Edwards. So this is about college sweethearts who reunite and go on a vacation to Iceland. And they're hiking in a stranded spot, and she confesses stuff to him. And I don't know what she confesses, but sounds stressful, and he is going to try to keep her secret, I guess. And you guys, I keep saying sounds stressful in a good way. I love stressful thrillers. What does that say about me? I don't know. Next is Leave It to the March Sisters by Annie Serrano. This is about this woman who's just had all sorts of love relationship disasters, and now she's living with her sister's best friend, and there's, I guess, romance between them. He's a commitment phobe, so I don't know. This one already has kind of bad early reviews, but I still want to read it, so that's it. So before we get any more shrieks in your ears, I'm going to wrap it up. That is everything that I'm excited for May. What are you excited for? What did I inevitably miss? And what should I put at the top of my list? What do you think? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Etta says goodbye. We'll see you in the next one.